And welcome to the Monday, May 9th episode of Morning Coffee and Chat. Let me get this shit all let me get this all squared up here. Oh, sorry, I got a little late start there. I was sitting here getting ready to start the stream and remembered I didn't get the chicken out to thaw, so it's going to be kind of hard to pound out into chicken patties put on the grill this afternoon. So I figured I better rush out there real quick and get that taken care of. Oh, let me go on and get everything synced in here together. Man, look at them numbers. 416. We've gone up 17 people in 2 days. Looking good, looking good. Cannot complain about that. Throw my little lackey poo right there. Get everything squared up and go figure the damn thing isn't. I'd like to know why this thing loses all of its saved stuff over the weekend. Every Monday I have to come back and put everything back in again. It's easy. What the hell was that? A stroke? Oh, that was a double stroke. Alright. Thank God my typing's got faster. I remember back in the day when it took forever to type that much in. There's that, and we can share it out, and then I can actually read the chat, and we can actually get started. There we go. Isn't Georgie getting so big? Look how big she's getting in that thumbnail. Hers is a big girl now. Good morning, Santee. Good morning, Ty. Good morning, Candy. Let's see here. Morning, Rusty. Morning, Steven. Hope you guys are all doing good. Good morning, KG. Morning, Wook. Man, look at everybody coming in here first thing in the morning to hang out with little old me. I love this. Good morning, Pocket Watch. Good to see you. Hope everybody's doing great. Yes, it is Monday. Well, I don't know. How do you celebrate Monday? I mean, Fridays, you know, like, hey. How do you celebrate Monday? Hey, it's Monday. What? Fuck, man. Mr. Sour Cream, Miss White Taco Morning. I like pink tacos. I think they're white, they're overcooked. That's just me. So, do you guys want the good news or do you want the bad news first? Y'all tell me, and that's the way I'll give it to you. We have good news and we have bad news. Okay, so I got, so far, I got one saying good, I got one saying bad. Like Kitty Foreman does with the bottle in hand. Alright, alright. So it's pretty much even. It's good news and bad news. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip a coin. Good morning, Tony. Alright. We got a quarter here. It's a regular quarter. On one side. Heads on the other. It is heads. So I'm going to give out the good news first. The good news is we got a video coming up today. I'm going to debut it tonight because it's going to be so pretty today. The wife wants to grill out tonight since we didn't get a chance last night because her son couldn't be here and stuff. And her best friends, or her and her best friend, went out yesterday and she didn't get back till late, so we didn't get to grill out for Mother's Day, so we're going to grill out tonight. So I'm going to premiere the video at 8 o'clock tonight, and that way it gives me time to cook on the grill. And nope, but there will be a video today. The bad news is it will not be from the Morton house. It will not be from the Morton house. Due to circumstances way out of my control, I was not able to do the Morton house investigation. Mark had some issues come up at home that he really needed to deal with involving the kids, and was not able, that coupled with the fact, that he drove for 10 hours the night before and didn't sleep or anything. The good news is there's going to be a video still. I sat here yesterday when the wife was gone, and I worked on a video. But Tommy and Randy and Danny all done the Morton house. They said it was an interesting location, but they really didn't get much there. But they still got enough to really make some good short videos. So, but the people were so impressed with us that they invited us to come back. They invited the whole team to come back. We also made another contact with a local religious group, a cult. I don't want to say cult. That's kind of strong. Basically, these people had several properties in the West Michigan area. They built an amusement park. They built communes, all kinds of stuff like that. One of the ladies that was on site invited us to come out to the amusement park, where they had a zoo, they had cabins, they done ceremonies, they done all this kind of stuff. So we are going to be sometime in the very near future checking out the House of David amusement park area. It closed down in the early 70s, opened in the 50s, and these people have got some mysterious shit going on. I'll be straight up honest with you. Let me go back through here real quick, grab some of these comments over the last couple minutes. Ola said hi. Tell her I said hi too, Ty. I do prefer bad first. Good to be uplifting. Viewers are up. Another YouTube strike. Nope. Bad news. The grill's broken. Probably we do need charcoal for it. I don't believe I can't afford propane and propane accessories, so it's going to be charcoal. But I'm going to pound out some thick, big chicken breasts and make like some chicken. You know, what do they call those damn things? You know, those tenderloins, the big tenderloins. That's what these chicken patties are going to look like when I'm done with them. These things are huge. Food, that's all good news. Good morning. Seat 63 on the Capital 30. Good morning, Lee. I figured you were still running down the rails, bud. Lee pulled out last night, guys, about 9 o'clock. Sadly, I didn't get a chance to see him this time around. So I'm hoping he'll make it back over this way again this year so we can actually spend time together. But, yep, Lee is riding the rails now all the way back to Maryland. My daughter cooked me gator nuggets, tater tots for Mother's Day. That sounds good. Oh, man, a hell of a concert. I bet it was. Garth Brooks puts on a good show, bud. No, not a government place, dude. This place was a straight-up cult. People have vanished dealing with this place before. These people. I mean, I wanted to be nice about it and not call it a cult, but quite honestly, it is a cult. They don't allow outsiders in. People have vanished dealing with these folks before. There's a big question of what happened to a lot of the animals when they closed the place down. They believe local rumors are a lot of the animals were released into the woods because this place is in the middle of a forest, a very big forest, and there's a campground not very far from there, and people have talked about seeing bear, people have talked about seeing big cat, people have talked about seeing like big birds. No, not the yellow kind, but you know, just animals that don't really belong in West Michigan, and the ones that are located in Michigan are way too south for what they're supposed to be. So we could run into anything in this place, which is very interesting. Are you feeling a bit sacrificial? You never know with me. It's something I haven't experienced yet, and if you guys will remember right, I told you that, you know, when it came to the whole diabetes thing and dying and stuff like that, that, you know, it made me realize how short life was, and all those things that I've never had a chance to try, I wanted to try because you never know how much time you got left. And, you know, if it means being put on a large stone or, you know, a wooden table and being sacrificed to David, I'm gonna try it, only because, you know, I've never done it before. And then when Trisha came out, the crowd lost their minds. Oh, I'm sure. I see Trisha Yearwood. The only thing I lose is my wedding ring. Okay. All right. So, she's cute. Sue me. I would never cheat on my wife with Trisha Yearwood. Maisie Williams is a whole different story, but never Trisha Yearwood. That's only because Maisie's half my age, and hopefully she'll make me feel half my age. So, 1754, first newspaper cartoon in American divided snake. Join or die. Good morning, Buck. Hope you're doing good, sir. exactly, Ty. That's exactly how I feel about it. You know, embrace life, go out there and experience all those things you've never had a chance to experience because you don't know how much time you got left to experience them. 1768, John Hancock. What a name to have. John Hancock. Hancock. Pays duties on 25 pipe of wire. Only 1/4 of his ship's carrying capacity. British officials accuse him of unloading the rest during the night to avoid paying duties. I may not have a degree in philosophy and psychology, but I did take a couple of courses. You do realize laying on the couch and being asked questions is not courses. That's not what those are. It's 1837, Sherrod burns in the Mississippi River below Natchez, Mississippi. 175 die. I plan to go through the pearly gates naked backwards in a ball of fire. A man after my own heart. 1846, Battle of Resaca de la Palma. U.S. sends Mexico back to Rio Grande. Resaca de la Palma. That would have been one that was appropriate on Cinco de Mayo. Resaca de la Palma. 1862, Battle of Farmington, Mississippi. 1862, Battle of Fort Pickens, Florida. Pensacola evacuated by Confederates. 1862, U.S. Naval Academy relocated from Annapolis, Maryland to Newport, Rhode Island. I took online classes but couldn't afford to finish. Funds ran out. Isn't that always the case? When you find something you really enjoy, you just can't frickin' afford to do it. 1864, skirmish at Ware Bottom Church, Virginia. Okay, time to go to work. All right, Buck, you take care of yourself. Have a good day, bud. We will catch you later. 1864, Battle of Cloyd's Mountain and Swift Creek, Virginia. Drewry's Bluff, Fort Darling. 1865, President Andrew Johnson issues a proclamation declaring armed resistance in the South is virtually at an end. This is the commonly accepted end date of the American Civil War. Sadly enough, they forgot to fax those fellers out there in Texas, and well, they fought for a while, for quite a bit longer. Learn something new every day, don't you, Lee? 1868, the city of Reno, Nevada is founded. Some of them are still fighting. Yeah, tell me about it. I heard about it. Last Friday before the Union sniper transported the Reb from Maryland back to Michigan. I heard about that. That was pretty interesting. He was really looking forward to that 10-hour trip on the road, with the Reb in the running shotgun with him. 1882, Telegraph Hill Railroad Company, cable cars in San Francisco organized. 1887, Buffalo Bill Cody's Wild West opens in London. This morning, frickin' emails start covering up the chat area on my damn computer screen. 1899, John Burr patents an improved rotary blade lawnmower in the U.S. I got to look at ours out here in the yard. Maybe it's a Burr. I know it's old. I know it's got wooden wheels on it. I got to check and see what that thing is. It might be a Burr. Who knows? 1901, a financial panic begins in the U.S. following the struggle between two groups of control, the railroad between the Great Lakes and the Pacific. Steph's grandpa was notorious for going out and picking up old, antiquated stuff at auctions and everything. And right now, my buddy Mike has got an old tractor jack in the back of his car. I give it to him in the fall so the Crown Vic didn't slide all over the road this winter. And this thing must weigh 200 pounds. I mean, one man can pick it up, but it's very, very, very uncomfortable to pick up. But, you know, it's got the big bell receiver to put the pipe in to jack it up and everything. This thing stands like 2.5 foot tall. It's probably 10 inches by 10 inches on the base. And, yeah, like I said, it weighs probably about 200 pounds. But that's just one more thing he picked up at auction when he was still alive. This lawnmower sitting out here where my flagpole used to be is another one. So who knows? It could be an old Burr or something. 1914, U.S. President Woodrow Wilson proclaims Mother's Day. 1916, disastrous wind-blown fire in Ellendale, North Dakota, destroys 3 blocks of businesses, a church, and 21 homes. My grandpa had a lot of old pieces of equipment. My uncle got it all when he passed, so who knows what happened to him. In 1922, the International Astronomical Union formally adopts and Jump Cannon's stellar classification system, which with only minor changes is still used today. Here we go, a new radio station. 1929, WJW-AM in Cleveland, Ohio begins radio transmissions. Get back here. (1932) WOCAM in Davenport, Iowa merges with WHO to become HUWOC. WHO-WOC. HUWOC you. HUWOC you. 1941, Louis Buchalter is arraigned in New York State Court on the 1936 Joseph Rosen murder, along with 3 other murderers. Well, I'll be damned. (1944) First eye bank. An eye bank? Heard of a sperm bank. Never heard of an eye bank. 1944, First eye bank opens in New York. Please stop singing. Me, me, me. 1944, country singer Jimmy Davis becomes governor of Louisiana. See where singing gets you? He became governor. Probably dead. If I 1946, first hour-long entertainment TV show, NBC's Hourglass, premieres. To dive into tech, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing really good this morning. I mean, it's Monday. You can only do so good on a Monday, but still. Might need a hearing test. Cowboy John, morning, brother. Hope you're doing well. 1950, Norman Dello, Jouail's opera, The Triumph of Saint Joanne, premieres in Bronxville. Got me. Premieres in Bronxville, New York. Also, I got to tell you guys, be prepared at the end of that video that's premiering this evening, because you're going to see something you have never seen before. That is an absolute promise. Be prepared to see something you've never seen before. I screwed up on an investigation, but the screw up exposed an unexplained development that we have all looked over and all agreed cannot be explained. You'll see what I mean this evening. 1958, Vertigo, American film noir, psychological thriller directed by Alfred Hitchcock, starring Jimmy Stewart and Kim Novak, is released. 1960, U.S. becomes the first country to legalize the birth control pill. Iowa needs to be swept clean and rebuilt. I just told you that the other day. Quit stealing my shit. Quit trying to steal my glory. I just told you the other day that whole state needs to be nuked, cleaned out, rebuilt, and repopulated with new people from the east. Head west again, young men. Doing great. Birthday is tomorrow, so prepare for that. Hope you're doing well also. Well, happy birthday, John, since we won't see you tomorrow. And yes, not doing too awful bad. A little bit of ache in the knees, but so much better than it was at 4 o'clock this morning. 4 o'clock this morning, I wasn't even trying to think about getting up and walking. My back and legs were hurting so bad. So, 1961 FCC Chairman Newton N. Minow criticizes TV as vast wasteland. You should live in Illinois. Wow, gains perspective. 1962, laser beams successfully bounced off the moon for the first time. Vertigo is a great movie. 1962, U.S. performs atmospheric nuclear test at Christmas Island, which is why reindeer fly now. It's all that frickin' radiation, man. Mr. Green. Oh, okay. 1963, U.S. performs nuclear test at the Nevada test site. Where would we be without, in a today in history, without at least one test at the Nevada test site? That explains, the 300-pound ants and, the 16-legged spiders and 300-pound frickin' lizards running around. My pleasure, John. 1964, Peter and Gordon release A World Without Love. 1966, first black member of Federal Reserve Board, A.F. Brimmer. 1971, Friends of Earth returned 1,500 non-returnable bottles to Schweppes. I was going to say something, but I'm not. Friends of Earth. 1974, U.S. House of Representatives Judiciary Committee begins formal hearings on the Nixon impeachment. But he is not a crook. He's a politician. He's a crook. 1976, So Long 174th Street closes at Harkness Theater in New York City after 16 performances. 16 performances. Sucked. 1977, Patty Hearst let out of jail. (1978) Ain't Misbehavin' opens at Longacre Theater in New York City for 1,604 performances. Didn't suck. Yep, there you are, tickling my lip. I see you. 1980, 35 motorists die when roadway collapses after Libyan freighter Summit Venture rams the Sunshine Skyway Bridge during a squall. Tampa Bay, Florida. Yep, that's that great big bridge that I went over back in 1989, just south of Tampa. Big bridge. Big bridge. I've told you guys this story before a long time ago, but we went over that bridge and my big retarded butt was sitting on the window of the car. My buddy was driving with one hand and holding onto my pants leg with the other, and I'm leaning way out the window trying to take pictures off the side of the bridge. There were cruise ships down there, guys. I swear to God, look like dinghies. You are so high up on that bridge. A lot of the folks down there in that area refer to that as the Mile High Bridge. It is that far up off the water. It's absolutely incredible. 1978, Jan graduates from high school. 9 years before me. How about that? 1980 slasher horror film Friday the 13th is released in U.S. cinemas. 1981, Kazimiroff Boulevard in Bronx named for a Bronx historian. Kazimiroff. 1989, VP Quayle says United Negro College Fund speech, what a waste it is to lose one's mind instead of a mind is a terrible thing to waste. 1490 New York. Newsday reporter Jimmy Breslin suspended for a racial slur. I saw Friday the 13th in the theater. That's our little kitty Georgie that we adopted last year, the little stray. Um, she's not so little no more. We actually got her as a pet to our cat Ralph, because he was very very lonely, and yep, that's his baby. That's his kitty, and she's probably 3 or 4 pounds now. And when we got her, she had a messed up little hip and everything else. She limped through the house everywhere, and now all she does is run and jump. So, Angela, good morning. Hope you're doing good. Yep, I don't understand. I've been sitting here, I was clicking on the computer and everything, and it was showing almost 100% Wi-Fi signal. Why we did that spinny thing for so long, I have no clue. I have none whatsoever. Let me see if I missed anything here. 93, Son of Jacob Zulu closes Plymouth Theater. Mass murderer Joe Rifkin found guilty in New York. First U.S. ambassador, Saigon Falls, Vietnam. Barack Obama officially states his support same-sex marriage. I think the most impressive win I've ever seen. Sort itself out. President Donald Trump dismisses FBI Director James Comey. Walmart takes majority stake. Indian offline retailer. Flipkart, $16 billion. I missed what you're saying. Had to reload the page. Yeah, I had to reload the computer to restart my what I could see, but and for some reason it dropped to 144p. Wow. Good morning, Taryn. Hope you're doing good this morning. And that's all, folks. All right, Rusty, thank you so much, bud, for at least, what I could repeat of today in history. Before the spinny effect took over for like 5 freaking minutes. But looks like everybody's weeding their way back in now, so that's good. Hope you're doing all right, Taryn. How's things over there in your neck of the woods? I know you're probably only about 45 minutes from Rusty, yet everything in New Jersey is only about 45 minutes from Rusty. So, at least I hope you're doing well over there. We're going to be up in the 70s again today. The sun is already out. I was actually going to go outside this morning and live stream, but at the time I started, it was only like 49 degrees. And the way I had to position everything, the camera was going to be facing the rising sun. So yeah, I figured I was probably going to get a little messed up. But sometime here real soon, we're going to do some outside morning streams. Might even do some outside evening streams. Was just out there. It's nice, very nice. I'm doing well. Like I said, it's going to get up in the 70s today. The sun's already out, so it feels warmer out there than 52 degrees. But that's the ambient temperature right now. Going to do some grilling out tonight since we didn't get to do it yesterday. So I'm going to be doing an 8 o'clock premiere on the video that I done yesterday, and I'm going to grill out with the wife. Call it a late Mother's Day. After it rained for 3 days straight. We've had more rain than clear days. The whole Michigan thing this year, the theme seems to be 70 and 80 degree days and rain, 40 degree days and clear. So either it's too chilly to get out and do anything, or it's warm and too wet to get out and do anything. I haven't even mowed the yard yet this year. That's going to happen sometime here in the next few days too. This yard looks terrible. Green is all get out and pretty. Just looks like a small forest out there. The dogs are laying out in the sun. I guess they stowed the scuba gear. There you go. Yeah, I bet poor Lee's just gonna be miserable by the time he gets home. Sitting on that train all the way from South Bend, Indiana, back to Maryland. Um, I was glad Mark got to get out there and spend some time the other day, even if he couldn't do the golf outing on Friday. But you know, they got some Gettysburg time in, got some museum time and stuff. So I'm glad he got a chance to get out there and do that. Now, if I could just make an escape once in a while, I'd be happy. If you guys will excuse me for a second, I've been smashing coffee for a few hours now, and well, needless to say, the tank's full. I'll be right back. Just talk real nice amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a second. You know, I'm really kind of surprised. I figured by now, um, Tony would have said something about me getting my ears set out yesterday. Um, I actually, my wife's cousin came to see Grandma yesterday on Mother's Day and hang out for a little bit, and I had her chop my hair yesterday, take the sides down, set my ears out a bit, you know. Oh, I don't assume that you care. I just assume that you're usually the first one to say something. Talk nicely. There's a novel idea. Yeah, Rusty. Mark drove out to Maryland last Wednesday to pick up Lee and hang out for a few days there together. He was going to do a golf outing in Pennsylvania, I believe, and so he drove out to pick up Lee. Lee had that Garth Brooks concert here on the Saturday night. So, but the golf outing got rained out, and So they drove back Friday night, all night long, slept most of the day Saturday. Lee got to his concert. They hung out yesterday for a bit and put him on the train last night to head back to Maryland. So, but they got some Gettysburg time in, got some museums and stuff in the area. Damn, temperature just jumped 4 degrees. Wow, gonna get warm fast. Um, I did notice, but was distracted. A little stuffy, little stuffy. Always this way in the spring, but fine. Thank you for asking, though. Um, Drew and Stream. Have a great day. Prepared for tomorrow. Drew, let you know how it goes. All right, brother. I'll be here. Miss Gettysburg so much. They'll be closing Little Round Top soon for 18 months. Yeah, I heard they were going to do a bunch of stuff out there. I heard they were closing just like section by section, getting one area done, opening it back up, closing another one. I guess updating the park or updating something out there. God only knows. You know, the government's got so much money to spend on things that really honestly don't need repaired, but never wants to really spend money on the things that do. They're closing all of Little Round Top. Now, then why are they closing it? Because I heard they were going to update things, make repairs, stuff like that. Then they were going to reopen that section, open up Little Round Top and move to a different... move to a different area and close it down, do repairs and stuff like that, and then get it done and reopen it and move to a different area. That's what I heard, but you know, I'm 8 hours away, so a lot of what I hear is BS anyway. Jay's sister and her son are going to Holland, Michigan on the 19th for their uncle's memorial service. Oh, wow. Holland is an hour from here, an hour northwest. It's right up on the lake. So, not very far. Beautiful place. And they're going at the right time of the year. All the tulips and stuff are bloomed. The tourist groups are really starting to roll in the spring in Holland. So, yeah, they're picking a good time to go. Do you kiss your mom with that mouth? Wow. Well, you know what they always say, you know you're getting popular when the trolls start to crawl out from under their bridge. So, and you know, me personally, come on in and troll, guys. It's just more views for me. That's how I look at it. They don't have the money they propose. Just 10 years ago, they finally just got the funding for it. It does need work. They're going to be doing, however, there's some things that they're doing that. Okay. I'm sure it's cosmetic and not needed. Most of the work they're doing is needed for the trails for the people to walk on. Cement needs fixing. Oh, okay, I got you. They're trying to make room for parking for tour buses that go up there. No, Tony. You're actually not the guilty party. Devil's Den is closed now. They closed that without any warning. and closed it for 6 months. You can drive past, and that's about it. Wow. And you know, Devil's Den is one of those places of mystery out on the out on the battlefield and stuff. And if I was just a little bit skinnier, if I was just a little bit skinnier, when we were out there 2 years ago, I really wanted to crawl into the cave. I got as far in as my big butt could with my tripod and my camera and everything. But I really wanted to get back into the cave. You know, there's so many legends and myths about Devil's Den, how it got its name. Soldiers, even during the war, talked about a huge snake that lived in the caves. There was several small rattlesnakes, regular sized rattlesnakes, in and around that area. So, you know, when we were walking over the rocks and between them and stuff, we were always listening and watching. Um, but soldiers supposedly crawled back and hid in that cave and talked about the devil, the huge snake that lived back in there. And I just so much wanted to crawl in there. They're supposed to be closing Little Round Top June 3rd and between June 3rd and June 30th. Oh, okay. All right, all right. I got you. I got you. Um, Good morning, Richie. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing good this morning. Bucko Bunny. Good to see you, sweetie. Hope you're doing good. And Colorado is too. I'm glad it finally stopped burning. You know, I'd like there to be a little bit of Colorado left when I actually get a chance to come back. I mean, it's only been 41 years since I've been there, so I'd like to make it back sometime. I spent hundreds of dollars to have snake ammo for the cabin. Oh, I'm sure being out there in the forest like that cabin is going to be. I'm sure that there's I'm sure you're going to find your share of timber rattlers around that area. That would go in and out of the E-rocks, and they called the snakes the devil. Aha! Yeah, see, I've heard multiple stories about Devil's Den and that whole area right there. Um, Taryn, it just interests me so much. Those, not just the history of the place, but a lot of the myths and stuff of that area too, especially today. So I would love to go back out and actually get to spend some time. The cave there at Devil's Den. I got into about I got in as far about my waist, um, on my hands and knees, and then extended out my tripod and stuck my camera back through the actual opening in the rocks back there, back into that what they call the cave, the den itself, and extended back there. But you didn't hear anything, so you didn't hear anything. You didn't really see anything. Right, my town almost got evacuated. I'm more concerned about cottonmouths and copperheads, the ones without the alarm. That's, yeah. Is it true if a copperhead bites you, you turn copper color before you die? I've never heard that before. I have never heard that before, Connie. I don't know. Here is an odd fact. In all the years I grew up in southern Missouri, I never once saw a live venomous snake. Wow. I've seen cottonmouths and copperheads before in Indiana. Never seen any of them here in Michigan. But I used to go when I lived in Indiana. I used to go to Mound State Park in Anderson, Indiana, all the time, and we were walking the trails out there one time and seen a cottonmouth right beside the trail. So I mean that was pretty interesting for a bunch of us kids out there walking around. However, copperheads are not generally lethal. There ain't any around this area. Very interesting. Well, I'm guessing that our little troll. Um, yeah, that area you have devils. At the bottom of Devil's Dining, you have Slaughter, which is in between Little Round Top and Devil's Den. That area you have Devil's Den. At the bottom of Devil's Dining, you have Slaughter Pen, which is between Little Round Top and Devil's Den. Yeah. Singular Gaming Point, Illinois, and that is only this area. We have those Masagas about 20 miles or so from here. Huh. Yeah, I would really like to get out that way, Tony, before this year's up. Um, right down um, just a little bit east of that area down there in southern Illinois, where the brothers hid out in at Cave In Rock um, after the Revolution. The brothers that I done the video over, the America's first serial killers, when they teamed up with the river pirates from the Ohio River uh, down there in southern Illinois at Cave In Rock State Park. You can camp there. You can still examine the cave where the river pirates um, and the brothers would hide out at after raiding the flatboats and stuff on the Ohio River. And it's pretty interesting location down there. The brothers were notorious, man. The river pirates would rob, but they would let the people go on. The Hart brothers would take the people off the boats. They would rob them and strip them naked, take them up to the top of the above the cave entrance. They'd blindfold them and they'd run them off and let them fall to their death right at the cave entrance. And they were even considered by the river pirates to be too harsh and way too unpredictable and terrifying to deal with. So there was a lot of death right there at that cave entrance. So I'd love to get out there and do the history of Cave in Rock and the history of the Hart brothers with the river pirates right there at Cave in Rock. Let me see here. On that side of the line, you will want to be cautious about snakes. Southern part of Illinois. Look up Snake Road. And yes, that is in this state. Good morning, American Justice. Good to see you. Here, I got a little something for American Justice. I don't know why I've never showed this off, because it's sitting like right here. Little something there. Brighten American Justice's morning up. That's about all the cowboy reenacting I do anymore, is either a marshal or a ranger. Okay, I hate snakes. I'm no fan. Hence the custom-built 44 Magnum snake rounds. My buddy used to use his blunderbuss on snakes. He'd walk up and just disintegrate them. There wasn't nothing but a pit about a foot wide, 6 inches deep, and smoking when he got done with it. Good morning, Paul. Good to see you, buddy. We all got one of those. If there's two. I actually ordered 2 of them. Other one's still sitting here in the bag. I got one for me and my buddy to use together when we decide to do cowboy stuff, but you know, there's not that many of them around here. I got 6. I have 5 revolvers, so 30. And the Marlin 44 lever. Well, you know, we can actually get this channel built back up where the old one was, and I can start bringing in some semblance of an income again. I might start investing in some more guns. But, you know, right now, I don't, so I don't. Can't carry them all at once. Well, yeah, you could with a truck. Man, this is not the time to get into guns. Yeah, as an investment. I mean, you know, picking up a matching set or something like that. Um, like for me to do an everyday carry, probably not a bad idea. To actually get into them as an investment, not the way things are today. I was listening and washing my face. Well, there you go. At least you got a nice clean face, and you didn't miss nothing. I can't believe I even said that. They're too high priced at the moment. I know, and you know, I find a lot of our gun stores and stuff run really good specials around Christmas time. You know, last year they were doing the set of Vaqueros for, I think they were doing them for like $198 a piece. So $200 a piece for Vaqueros, but it was a place that wasn't anywhere near me. I would have to order them through the mail and have them shipped to me, and uh, I just, yeah. So I mean, they'll go down eventually, and they'll go down eventually. Yep, they'll go down eventually, and one of these days I'll actually have the money to get a set of them. Any quality gun I have worth twice what I bought it. Yeah. They want the guns high right now. Yeah, oh yeah. 700 each for my matching pair of 44 mag Vaqueros. Yeah, I think they had 22s. Um, I think they had 22s for like $198 a piece. Um, I didn't have $400 to spend on guns. Our money this past Christmas was cut by a quarter what we had the year before. So everything, Christmas went to the kids. The wife bought me a little something. I bought her a little something, and all the rest of the money went on the kids. She's scrolling around something for my birthday this year, and I don't know what. She's not dropping no hints. Those those would have been single sixes or Wranglers. Is this Hugh Hefner? It very well could be Hugh Hefner. If they were in 200 range, that is Wranglers. Okay, all right. Very possibly Charlie Brown. I think it's getting to that point where there's only one or two hairs up there on my big round dome. $4 gas. We're going to be getting gas cards for Christmas if you're rich. More like a can of soup. I actually seen something on the Google News Saturday morning, maybe, possibly Friday morning. I guess because of the price of things right now, Biden is talking it over with Congress right now to get gas stimulus checks and food stimulus checks released back to the general public here in the next couple months. Um, it said something about President Biden discussing stimulus fuel and stimulus food checks for American citizens due to high prices. So who knows where that's going to go? So we'll see. Um, Sorry I missed your lives, Drew. Been doing physical therapy, getting rough. I'm still in a wheelchair and use a walker. But you're getting around. And we know you're out there. We get worried about you on occasion when we don't see you for long periods of time. But, you're still out there and you're still moving around and you're moving around better. So, keep up the good work. I'm glad to hear that you're moving around better. I know you've been going through the physical therapy and stuff, so I'm sure that's been rough on your body. But every day you're getting a little better. And that's what's important. I stored 22 gallons of gas as an investment. Smart. Very smart. Stimulus equals buying votes. Exactly what it is. But it's helping people out along the way. So let them keep stimulating. That's the way I look at it. Yeah, I'll take whatever they forgive me. Why stimulus checks? Why not just lower gas prices? Because the president has no control over what the oil companies sell their fuel for. It's all up to the oil companies to do it. They can't make them drop prices, but they can supplement us to help us be able to afford the prices that the oil companies set. So, is it going to make me vote that way next time? Ain't happening. But, thanks for the help. I'll tell you, gonna go. All right, Paul. In some fat guy's pocket. Morning, Drew. Morning, Sonny. Good to see you. 22 gallons are just about filled, Big Red. Yeah, I know. The 15 gallons or so that the wife puts in the SUV, $50 to fill that thing up. I remember just last year it was taking $22 to fill up the Saturn, and now all of a sudden here it is over double that to fill up the new car, and it's got the same size tank the Saturn did. And vertigo is worse. I'm also going to get tested. Multiple sclerosis. Wow. Don't we have reserve for times like these? And I bring up the reserve all the time, Jan. When Trump was in office, he had that study done on the oil reserves, and they said we had enough oil in reserve right now to last us for the next century. So where all of it all of a sudden went, and why we're having to get our oil and stuff from other countries is beyond me, because I know in 3 years we didn't go through a century's worth of oil. So yeah, I keep asking about the reserves too. Will barely wet the tank on the Suburban, which is nearly full. My truck holds 25 and it's full too. The reserve will not supply us for a day. Government reserve. Fracking and pipelines are closed. I'm waiting to get appointment for a specialist, gastroenterologist. Oh wow. Biden probably gave it away. Strategic reserve won't supply a day's worth of our usage. See, that's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. They'd come back and say we had enough oil in reserve to last a century. And I mean, you gotta realize, when I lived in Houston, there are 10 million people in the Houston Metroplex. You consider 50% of the families own more than one car. So that's 15 million cars in the Houston Metroplex. That's a lot of oil usage. That's a lot of fuel usage. That reserve is still in the ground. Hopefully a diet will help. Yeah, please keep us informed, Sonny, because that's terrible. I mean, MS, my God. I always figured, I always heard that MS was a young person's disease. That, you test positive for that when you're younger. And, I mean, you're my age, girl. We ain't young. I mean, we ain't, dead in the ground yet with dirt in our face, but we're not young. And I'll tell you what, somebody bringing up MS or something like that to me would scare the hell out of me. I mean, it would explain a lot of things with me, but, I've been tested for MS so far, no signs of it. Well, that's good. Oh, please, Keith. You're not that much older than I am. Don't even start that crap. By all rights and means, you and I both still young men. Oh, you got him when you was 2. That explains it. I'm that much older. I have all the signs, but no brain lesions to be legally diagnosed. Well, in a sense, that's good. I mean, if the brain lesions aren't there and stuff like that, then, I mean, that's something to be thankful for, I guess. Fucking kids. Yeah, I have many symptoms of MS, so better to know if it's not the diabetes. Man, I'll tell you what, I got the poop scared out of me the other day because I got up and I swear to God, if it didn't get better after I was up for about 4 hours, I would have sworn um, I had a stroke. I couldn't think. I was real lethargic on my left side. But the funny thing was, right about the halfway point across my eye down is all blurry still. Um, Scared the bejesus out of me. I just about told the wife she had to take the day off work, take me to the hospital, and then all of a sudden, I started getting the feeling back, and I wasn't so shaky on the left side and stuff anymore. And it's like, okay, false alarm, must have slept wrong. We're good. Still can't explain, the thing with my eye because it's still that way. Right about midway through the center of my eye and down. Um, Shit's scary. Um, Boom, I just turned 58. Yeah, I'll be 54 in October, guys, so I ain't no spring chicken. I'm right there behind you. Been staying in the house. 4 days of driving for deliveries took its toll on me. My back, left leg, headaches are bad. 60 plus, no ambulances. Well, if I didn't tell her, she'd be pissed off as a wet cat. Um, just like when something goes wrong with here at the house when she is at work, she wants to be the first call I make to let her know. But ever since I fell at the hospital 6 weeks ago, when I went in there for the blood clot and was leaving and passed out and fell back and hit the floor, I've had headaches almost daily where my head hit that floor, and they done X-rays and stuff in my head and seen that there was no fractures, but I have headaches right there where my head hit the floor at. It's just like if you imagine an animated picture of what uh, nerves look like in your body, and just kind of when they show the sparks and the nerves going out, that's what these headaches are like. It's like they just go out in all directions around where the goose egg was at, where my skull hit that floor. Luckily, I had my hat on that day, and just that little thin plastic band in the back protected my head because I hit right on that band. But it still put a goose egg back there about that big around that stuck out about a half an inch. So It could be. Maybe it is, you know, like shaking brain or something. God only knows. But the headaches are there every day. And we do have ambulances, but we've only got one ambulance service that takes care of our town. Not exactly the highest quality of service. I think I would much rather have some of the little kids stick me in a wagon and pull me to the hospital. I think I'd get better treatment that way. They came out here when we thought Grandma had that second stroke here a couple months ago. We called them and came out here. They didn't even do anything. They came out, checked her out, realized she was fine, and it still cost her almost $500. So all they had to do was drive half a mile up the road, and it was almost $500 for them just to come out here and check her out and leave. Our good ambulance service, their contract ran out, and our town wouldn't renew the contract with them. So now they're 35 miles away in a different township. Ambulance rides, caller, then dial 911. That's what I do. You know, if we have to. Air masses colliding. Yeah, air masses colliding. There's a lot of air up there. We got a bill for my ambulance right at the hospital when I fell. I'm not calling them next time. They billed us $685 and we're only a couple miles away from them. My missus insurance pays 100% of emergencies within the network. Fire department ambulance, which I pay taxes for transporting me, and charge me $1,200 for a 2-mile ride. Jesus criminy. Wow. Well, I guess I can't complain. You know, the back before I met the wife, years ago, I lived down in Indiana, and I had an accident on the job, and they took me 12 miles to the hospital. I understand we were only 3 blocks from where the ambulance comes out at. They picked me up, took me to the hospital, charged me $900. So, or charged my insurance $900. Now, my insurance at the time, they said, wasn't it an emergency? Was he dying? And they said no. And then the insurance said, well, we don't know if we want to pay it or not then, if it wasn't an emergency. Say, well, you know, he's at work, he couldn't drive, so, you know, we had to go and get him. But was he going to die? That's the question. Ambulance rides. I hope they provided lube and a kiss. Yeah, really. Ambulance rides. I had no choice. I bled out. Got 6 units of blood. 2 busted ankles. Can't walk. Double dipping at its finest. Templar, good to see you. Hope you're doing good this morning. I would say happy Monday, but we all know better. It's Monday and there's nothing happy about it. I mean, the happiest thing about Monday is you woke up another day. You wiggled your toes in the carpet. I mean, it's always a hell of a start to the day, but I mean, damn, Monday? Seriously? I think that's the day I want to sleep in. Insurance, the biggest scam in America. Yeah, I know. It's almost cheaper to call a taxi. I mean, $1.25 pickup, $2 a mile, and they'll even get your luggage and stuff out of the trunk for you. Get the right guy, make friends with him, he'll even walk you into the ER. Yeah, really. I mean, can you put a price on your life? I mean, seriously. Um, and dog, you're right too. I mean, insurance is the biggest scam in America. My wife's grandmother and my mom and dad in Tennessee have got the same insurance company. In Tennessee, it covers everything. Here in Michigan, it don't. She's a year older than my dad is, but her insurance don't cover half what their insurance covers in Tennessee. Oh, I'm semi-conscious. I'll drive myself. When me and my dad wrecked a long time ago, they took me in an ambulance. The bill was $170,000, $1,700. Next time I have Jay take me. Yeah, the tow truck. Well, tow truck. Eh, around here we can get a tow truck for about $50. They take you 20, 25 miles for $50. It's probably a little bit more now with gas prices the way they are. But one thing about going through State Farm is we also have AAA, so that's covered with the insurance through State Farm. Um, Buckle the insurance companies do. Don't forget coming in chat. Say hi to all for a good day. Well, I hope you have a good day too, Templar. I appreciate you coming in because, well, people don't come in. We kind of miss them. Tennessee, everything is cheaper. Amen to that, sister. Cigarettes are cheaper, gas is cheaper, food is cheaper, eating out is cheaper, insurance is cheaper, automobile insurance is cheaper, tags are cheaper. Tell me about it. I'm in Illinois, nothing is cheaper. That's what we don't pay for tows. It's $100 Drew for 10 miles. Wow. That's insane. I have a rule. Rules can hardly. Good morning, Blaine. Good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Still considering Tennessee for a new home. Are hookers cheaper? Don't know. Never got a hooker in Tennessee. I didn't even date anybody in Tennessee. I was afraid they were related. Rolls down one hill, can hardly get up the next. Rolls down hardly. Need to get AAA myself. Getting too old to change tires, be stuck along the road somewhere. Very true. Oh. From Arkansas, I might sympathize. Hubby wanted to take me to the hospital when I broke my ankles. I'm like, no, not this time. Could not walk at all. Tried to hurt so bad. Oh, yeah, I can just about imagine. My God. So how you doing today, Blaine? Is today a day off? Do you get to have a little fun today? Are you still off on Mondays? I just abandon the car, claim it's stolen. When it breaks down, get a new one. Wow. I guess as long as that works. Day off, yes. Yes, day off. Hey, don't forget, Blaine, put it on your calendar. I know you're probably going to have to work that day because you work every day except Monday. But don't forget, August 20th, we're going to be there on Red Arrow Highway in Hartford at the Van Buren Poorhouse Museum. So we're going to be there all day long that Saturday. So don't forget to put that on your schedule. It might be far enough ahead you can request a day off. Come out and spend the day with us there at Ghostorama. Just got back from having lab work done. It makes absolutely no sense. We have got almost 60 degrees here right now. It is a clear and sunny day. Absolutely no reason whatsoever that we should be buffering. I mean, it makes no sense to me. Yes, I believe it's Van Buren County, dog. It's the Van Buren County Poorhouse Museum, right out there on Red Arrow Highway in Hartford, Michigan. Um, Tony, I get those extended warranty calls all the time wanting to insure my car, and I keep telling them, what car? I've not owned one in like 8 years, 9 years. What car are we extending? And they hang up on you. So what I don't get is it's illegal to drive without insurance, but yet I pay for uninsured motorists. Very true. Very true. And I've never seen anyone go to jail for not having insurance on their cars. But it's supposed to be illegal to not have insurance. "55 down in Kentucky." Yeah, it's 59 here. So we've gone up like 9, 10, 11 degrees since I started the stream. And why in the hell we keep buffering, I don't know. I don't know. We're still sitting at 98% Wi-Fi, probably because I have the Wi-Fi booster right across the room over here. So it's only 7 feet from my Wi-Fi receiver on the computer and my phone. Very, very, very slight breeze. Like we're talking less than 5 miles per hour. I had one call me saying I have a 2005 GMC. I said, "Oh, really? Where is it at?" They hung up. Here they go to jail if caught without insurance on a vehicle. Psh, I have never seen. My wife got hit quite some time ago. Um, no, I take that back. It was her son that got hit. And the guy had no insurance. The cop took the report and let them both go. I mean, the guy had to call a tow service to come and get his car home, but they let him go. Wind maybe it's not windy here. Wish they would. Sunny, it's 48 degrees, bit chilly. We've got a good breeze going here. Here in Colorado too. No insurance, go to jail card. Wow. I guess it all depends on the cop and how big of a bunghole you are to him. All right, dog. You take care of yourself. We'll catch you later, bud. 61 and sunny. Yep, you're just a couple of degrees cooler than I am, or a couple of degrees warmer than I am right now. It's going to be a pretty day. Like I said, guys, tonight, only because we didn't get a chance to do anything last night for Mother's Day, I'm going to do a late premiere on the video that I set up yesterday. We're going to do it at 8 o'clock tonight. Wife gets off work at 3, so we're going to spend some time outside together. We're going to do a little bit of grilling. I'm going to make some big old chicken sandwiches on the grill and stuff. Maybe some aspergrass, who knows. And have a late Mother's Day. Of course, you know, I'll try to have another video out on Wednesday or Thursday. Have another one out on Friday or Saturday. Don't forget, next Monday night is the Morris Performing Arts Center in South Bend, Indiana. That's going to be a hell of an investigation. That place is almost 100 years old. Ever since it was built, people have talked about there being odd things occurring there. Night security has reported hearing things, which, I mean, it's a huge theater, don't get me wrong. I think it's a total of 13 rooms, counting the main theater itself, which seats almost 4,000 people. So, I mean, it's a big place. It's a huge place. I got the pleasure of going in there a couple years ago and seeing a concert, and place is very big. So there's going to be a busy investigation. We're pulling the whole team out for this one. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have the new t-shirts by then, so everybody can see what the brand new t-shirts look like. If they're received really well, I'm going to try to order a few for display pieces, and we're going to sell them make to order, possibly at Ghost-A-Rama, maybe even before Ghost-A-Rama. So that's going to be a little something we got in the works right now. I've seen one picture of the t-shirt since Heather received them, and they look good. Must have been something going on all weekend because the police scanner was down. Usually when it happens, they're doing bust. Tell her late Mother's Day. Here's her flowers. All right, Templar, I'll do it, bud. Also, didn't see hide in her hair daughter yesterday until last night. FaceTime. Wow. Give step love. Wish happy Mother's Day. Will do. I will definitely do it, Sonny. Yeah, really. If those walls could talk. But before I can order t-shirts and stuff, I've got to get videos burnt to disk to play at Ghost-A-Rama and stuff. I have to get I got to get banners set up for it. I still have to buy an awning because we're going to be out in the August sunlight. Couple of folding tables. So I got a lot of stuff I got to try to figure out between now and August. But the nice thing about it is it's opening us up to more conventions, more public speaking engagements. Danny and I have discussed doing libraries, museums, and haunted locations, doing public speaking engagements together. I got to have one girl and one for Jay. Well, I will check on, like I said, once we get them and I get a chance to show them all. Only takes a couple of weeks to get them. So once I get mine, have a chance to check it out, let you guys see the designs on it and stuff. Um, Tommy, Heather, Danny, Mark, Randy will all have the Midwest the MPS T-shirts. So you guys will get a chance to see the design on those. And like I said, I will work on make to order. Um, all right, Jan, I will. And thank you. It's very much appreciated. That's for sure. Right now, the love that you guys share on the PayPal thing is my only income. So, every single little donation that is sent in is very much appreciated. End of July, I'm having my 40th class reunion. Oh, fun, going in a wheelchair and walker. I'm right there with you, honey. I'm right there with you. My 35th anniversary is coming up, and I've never been to one. They've done three of them since I graduated, and I've never had a chance to go to one. And we've lost, at last count, we've lost four people from my graduating class. And I said I was going this year when they actually asked me to organize it. And I told them with my schedule, the investigations, my videos, family, not to mention my distance, 3 hours from where I went to school at, it would be hard for me to organize anything from up here. So the girls done the organizing again because they all still live in our original hometown. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It looks like it's going to be a good show. We've had a lot of responses on the Facebook page from people in my graduating class that are looking forward to 35 years. I never realized I'd be such an idiot for falling. Hey, at least you're going to be there, Connie. At least you're going to be there. So, I mean, that's the big thing. I don't think anybody cares what you look like walking around in there or rolling around in there. Just the fact of you being there. And that's why I'm so big about going to my reunion is, we've lost so many members of our graduating class in our 30s and 40s and early 50s that I got to go before I lose any more of my friends. It's the only bad thing about moving away from the location where you did go is you lose track of those friends and poopy caca happens. The theater in Lancaster is haunted. There was some blood between settlers and Indians, locked up some men, women, and children in the basement. Some of the settlers went in and killed them all. Oh, wow. We've lost several out of our class between wrecks, suicides, and illnesses. Exactly. Exactly. cancer. I don't know of anyone who's passed from cancer out of my class yet. There's been one suicide that I know of, and the rest of them have been car wrecks. So that's going to be to the point that in order to have a reunion, they combine 3 and 4 classes to have a good turnout. We've not had to yet. We've not had to yet. We had about 125 in my graduating class, and we normally get out of that 125, we normally get about 100 people that show up at our reunions. So, not too awful bad. Our class raised money. We bought a plot in our cemetery to plant a cross on it with the name as we lose them. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Next Sunday, we're having a 90th birthday party for your dad. That is awesome. Mine's closing in on 90, and I hope he hits that 90 and another, decade or two after that. It's the only bad thing about getting older. The ones that are older than you walk on and leave you alone. '90th birthday. Wow, that's very cool. That's very cool. But all right, guys and gals, it is that time. It is 10 o'clock here. It is time for me to be like a fat, partially bald baby and head out. Time for me to be like a tree and leave. Time for me to be like a bunch of birds and get the flock out of here. So, be watching tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the premiere on the video. I will try not to have chicken in my goatee. I make no promises. I make some good chicken, and the wife makes some really good baked beans. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But we will be here tonight for that premiere. You guys all have a great day. Try to have a little bit of fun. Much love to y'all. And we'll catch you tonight. Have a good day, guys.